Good morning. Welcome back to another episode of Monday Morning Yo-Yo. I, of course, am your host, G2 Jake. Guys, it's like It's the 22nd. We're coming up on it. Worlds time. Hope you're prepped. As far as Worlds and G2, I don't have a set plan what day I'm coming up, when I'll be there, how long, if I'll be at the actual contest at all. Just doesn't fall on a great weekend for us, and I'm sure that happens with a lot of you. Doesn't make sense, right? This is my job. That should be a priority. Kind of. It falls right on my son's birthday, so that's going to be the priority. You only have so many birthdays when you're young and you really enjoy them, so the focus is on making sure he enjoys his birthday and birthday party. So if I do make it up, I can't really sell anything in person because I don't have a booth, and that kind of undermines the contest. The contest makes money by having you sponsor and paying for a booth. So we will have something special for Worlds, special release, but it'll be online on the website so that everybody there or not there can get it. We'll talk more about it next week, but we'll set up a little contest, kind of like a fantasy football contest, but for fantasy yo-yoers, and I'll set it up in a certain way that you can pick so many players, and then you get points for if they get to semis, if they get to finals, and where they finish in finals. So that'll be a fun contest coming up for all of us at home watching. And if you're there too, you can join in on this contest. Matt, if you don't mind, take it away with the bangers of the week.
What's happening, beautiful people? Happy Monday. I hope life is good for you. Hope things are going great, guys. More importantly, I hope you enjoy this week's bangers. Let's ride. Up first this week is a Mr. Seth sighting again so quickly. Only been shooting tricks for 2 weeks. How surprising is this? A 45-second combo, 2 weeks yo-yoing on camera, hardly any misses. This is your weekly reminder, guys. If you're wanting to shoot tricks, if you're wanting to do what I do every week on this Bangers program, the only thing holding you back is yourself, my friends. I have no degree, I have no practice. All I do is hop on this bad boy and start talking. So please get inspired. Get off your couch, get out of your computer chair, go grab that yo-yo and get to slinging. Seth, brother, you're such an inspiration to all of us, dude. We love watching you work, homie. Thanks for sharing this week's banger, brother. Up next this week is Mr. Mark, and what a ninja this guy is. Behind his back, around his body, it literally doesn't matter. This guy makes everything look effortless, easy, and is a top-class professional. I remember the first time I saw Mark at Nationals last year, and I thought, oh my gosh, who is this guy? Because literally every move he made was such a difficult maneuver. And let's just call this guy the truth. He is a competitive powerhouse. No matter where he goes to compete, he's gonna be on that podium, pretty much guaranteed. Mark, we're all fans, my friend. We are all fans. Thanks for sharing this week's banger, brother. Last but certainly not least, Mr. Dan Dietz taking us to chopstick time. Dan is such a beautiful yo-yoer. If you don't enjoy this, I really cannot help you, my friends. We go from trapeze to several different types of chopsticks to some move around his arm, hits that 3 or 4 times on what only the Lord knows. Daniel, you're a pro for a reason, brother. We love watching you work, man. Thanks for sharing this week's banger, homie. Anyways, y'all, that has been this week's bangers. Mucho love to you and yours. Get out there and shoot a trick, dog. Let's ride.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you, and congratulations to everybody that makes the bangers list. This wasn't a segment way back when, and I bet it would be if it wasn't available now. I don't know if you guys remember the show String Burn Live. They would have a show talking about yo-yo news every Saturday live on the interwebs and do a review of whatever yo-yo sponsored that episode. But it was some yo-yo content that I wish we had something similar today. So I'll put it on my list, figure out a way to see how we can get reviews while being unbiased, being related to G2. Last week, as you guys know, the store was shut down for shipping, so I've got a lot of shipping to catch up on this week. We were out of town, late notice trip with some friends to the sandy shores of South Carolina. Nice to be able to just enjoy a few days with the family and not really do too much on the work front, kind of prepped that all beforehand. What was the stuff we prepped beforehand? Well, we had, of course, Loadout Tuesday. That was the old Toxic Bubblegum. Now, these are going out this week since we weren't here to ship. This was one of we ran into our first kind of QC issues on a colorway. I started with 12, ended up with 8 passing QC. 2 were grabbed by VIP members, so we had 6 for the store on a Loadout Tuesday drop. Not where I want it to be. I always want to have double digits. Also, then did drop the glitches afterwards, maybe an hour or 2 later. I didn't really talk about it at all. I just posted them up on the website, and I saw the Discord people shouted it out when they did see them. Did do my first impressions video of the lead balloon. I'm going to be making a post over on Patreon now that you guys all should have your balloons, so we can talk about any potential changes. I did talk about kind of my first impressions where I thought it just needed to be a little bit bigger to make that 80 grams play a little more balloonish. But it has a lot of power and stability, and I had a lot of fun with that yo-yo. Speaking of fun yo-yos, you saw the teaser. I'm working on the Area 51 prototypes this week. Started to assemble them this past weekend when we got back. Area 51, 51 millimeters by 51 millimeters by 51 grams. Prismatic TISS Banshee. This I ordered it at the same time as the big run of TIS Banshees because I knew if I didn't order it then I was never going to order it. 2 things. I wanted one, and with the TISS Banshee being a pre-order setup, I also wanted to have a limited edition colorway. So there was only 9 of those, and I did that a lottery system via the Patreon page, so congratulations to those winners. Those are shipping out this week as well. And on the front of shipping, FOVs. If you want one in time for Worlds, you better order one now so they can get there. And it's going to be the best way to carry around your collection, your case at Worlds. This week we also have a FOV expansion coming. So be on the lookout for that. Grab your 28 or check out this expansion. Get it in time for Worlds. This week in the world of G2, like I talked about, we have Loadout Tuesday coming up. I'm going to be working on those designs. We had a design contest over on the Patreon page as well. So I'll be working on drawing those up and we can get those voted on hopefully maybe next week or so. As far as a drop, I do have a colorway coming later this week. It's been a while for the BAP. So you guys are free to speculate until I get those assembled and tested on what model it is. But BAPs are in your future. It's been a minute since we had some of that bright pink. May or may not have iridescent rings. May or may not be blasted. G2 Nation Club, we do have one coming up this week. I'm going to talk to Mike as always. The goal is Wednesday, but I'll talk to Mike, see if it's going to be Wednesday or Thursday. Yo-Yo Boomers Club, you guys have your monthly-ish meeting this Thursday. It's 7 p.m. Eastern. I don't think I can be there. The timing just doesn't work out on that 7 p.m.er. We have baseball practice at the Gross household. I assume they'll be talking a lot about the Workhorse V2 prototype and deciding if we want any changes or moving it into production. And then there's going to have to be some meetings between the board, club members, how they want to release that yo-yo. I have some ideas that I think will work out for what their plans are, but in the end it needs their opinion and up to them as well. Fantastic trick for the trick of the week. You've got up until Wednesday to get this one done. Go get this one. I know you can do it. It's a good one. Over on the Discord page. You can find it on the forums. We're working on transitioning that into a regular tiered category channel on the Discord page instead of going to the forums to the trick of the week. I think it's going to be easier to have its own mainstay as more and more people start to compete in it, or not compete in it, but participate in it. That's going to do it for Monday Morning Yo-Yo. Thanks for watching.